Hi guys, it's Hayley. I'm here to share a challenge with you. It's one that was put up on YouTube by Marissa, who is Ma'am is at 1016, and she started a Scrap House Stash challenge for the year, and this is week 1 to use our 6x6 pads and sequins. And she decided to use Maggie Holmes. So I thought, well, I'll do Maggie Holmes too because that makes it nice and easy. But actually I was really surprised at how little I had. I'd have used the Maggie Holmes Project Life kit in my Project Life, and then I kind of bounced back over to my 6x6 to fill some spaces. So that's why I don't have much left. It's not that I actually scrapbook a heap with 6x6. And then there's a whole lot of strips that I showed you at the beginning, and they are actually because I made a whole lot of paper bows on the silhouette with these pads as well, and other leftover pieces and other pieces I end up using. I have a ton of cards and cut aparts and little bits of vellum bits and all those things, and I don't know why I have so many. I do lots of layers, but I don't clearly do enough of the tucking all these bits to use them up, and I need to actually use these ones up now because I'm running low on the papers, so that might be a whole nother challenge or page. So I'm just flicking all this into a tray because they're all small bits, and that's the way I find it easiest to work. And yeah, I jumped ahead because that gets a wee bit long. So here I am with those strips I had at the very beginning, and I'm going with craft because I'm having a craft kind of week actually. I think the last 4 pages I've done have all been with craft. I'm not sure what that's about, but anyway, craft goes with everything, so it's a good safe option. And actually I think I went into my 12x12s, and I think all my background, all my papers in the Maggie Holmes ones weren't suitable backgrounds. They were all a wee bit full on. So that might be why I chose craft. And I don't really use white with Maggie Holmes because of the cream nature of it. So anyway, I had one of those, well, I've actually got 2 of those gold doilies left that I'd cut out previously. So they're always good. And these photos are of my auntie and 2 of my children. This was for her birthday, and one of my daughters couldn't make it, but the rest of us went. So I really do like how the Maggie Holmes stuff all works together. You don't have to worry too much. Even the different collections. I think this might all be, I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure. Let's not pretend. I know. But I use all of their stuff together all the time. I don't try and keep it by collection because I don't know how you'd tell. The papers you could figure out, but the embellishments you certainly couldn't figure out, all those wee die cuts and things. So anyway, I haven't narrated for a long time. So if I feel really rusty. So if I waffle on, just, I don't know, just browse Pinterest at the same time. I don't know. Sorry guys, it's late, and at the moment this is the only time I have to do this because it's school holidays here, and I cannot do it during the day. So this is it, and this hasn't even been it for the last few weeks. I haven't got anything done. I'm having all sorts of issues with my PC. My tablet isn't working. It's rather dire in our house. Actually, it's really funny because it actually scares me a little bit how much I rely on Wi-Fi. How much I just rely on it for basic Googling things, just knowledge things. It's a wee bit disconcerting when you don't have it. Anyway, that 3x4 card down at the bottom with the circles, that is from the Project Life kit. And these are the wee bows I made. I made a heap of them. I had a plan. Yeah, that's where it always goes wrong. I had a plan and I made all these bows in 2 different sizes. And I'm not sure what happened to the rest of the plan, but it never eventuated. And I've used them quite a lot on lots of different pages, but I think I was going to use a whole heap on one and it just didn't happen. So it's kind of handy though, because they're kind of ready-made embellishments. And of course, you know, they're made with the same pad, so of course they're going to work out. I actually find, I don't know about you guys, but I find that doing this page about my auntie, it was really strange because I see her all the time. But I really don't have very many scrapbook pages about her. And probably not even many about my parents. And I don't know why that is. I have photos of them. I think sometimes I'm not sure what I'm going to say. And because I really do like the story and the journaling, I always think it needs to be something, I don't know, maybe more important, like more profound and more a story about who they are, not just we went here and did this. But so then I don't end up doing them at all because, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to look for some journaling prompts in that area. I'm not sure. But anyway, I don't have a heck of a lot of pictures of pictures scrapbooked of my extended family. Heaps of the children, so I don't know why. But anyway, that's something I should fix in 2015. I'm not doing any New Year's resolutions at all. I figure there's enough out there. I figure I don't need to do them as well. The things that I want to change or are important to me are important every month. And doing it January 1st isn't going to cut it for me, so I've just got to be making the right choices every day. Okay, so seeing Marissa talking about her sequins, this is all of my sequins. This is all I have. I was almost embarrassed when she picked it because I was like, oh no, now I'm going to have to get out my tiny container of sequins. And I actually had trouble finding enough of them. So I think the only sequins in there are some really random ones and a few Teresa Collins ones. That is a wee wooden rose. And it's thicker than a veneer. It's quite thick. That I was given, you know, at a crop or a retreat or something where you get a wee bag of things. I didn't think I'd ever use it, but it kind of suits my auntie, so I went with that. And then I just got a wee frame from Maggie Holmes as well. That's one thing I really love about those crepe paper collections, like the Maggie Holmes ones and the Pear. I didn't buy the Boys Rule one because I don't have boys, but I think theirs are really good too. It's those chipboard frames. I love those things. And they seem really, really good value compared to some of the other embellishments. Now here I'm messing with my glue. This will happen several times during this video. I really wanted to throw it in the bin, but I didn't. I have that, you know, Scotch Quick Dry. I have an old bottle and a new bottle, you know, old style bottle and a new style bottle. The new one, oh, I've had nothing but problems with it. I'm just going to have to change brands completely, which I'm really disappointed about because it's a great product. But that tip on it, every time I go to use it, it kind of explodes everywhere. And I've had a couple of incidences where it's ruined things. So my current situation is I pour the glue into my old bottle. But when I had my old bottle, I didn't know it was going to be one I was going to keep forever. And I didn't treat it as well as I should have. So it's hanging in there, but I don't mind the, you know, mono multi glue, you know, the green and white one. Who's that made by? Anyway, you know which one I mean. I don't mind that, but it doesn't dry as quick. and I feel like the Scotch one's kind of better value, but it's certainly not better value if it's ruining things. So I'm really cross at it though, and if there's ever a time where I disappear on camera, it's because of that glue. Maybe I should let Scotch know. I'm sure they care what one little crafter thinks. Actually, I know I'm not the only one, so maybe Scotch would like to know. But it's such a shame because that was a really good, reliable product. I am probably still off with the glue. I should have cut this bit out. I'm sorry. I did cut some bits out because I was like, oh, and even doing the page, this was, this may have been the first page I've done since I've been back from holiday. We were away for 2 weeks, and I did do a wee bit of scrapbooking while I was away, and those pages were fine. But this one, the first one when I was back at home, back in my normal area and filming, oh, I felt like there was lots of drumming my fingers time, lots of struggling, and I don't know why, because it wasn't, you know, when you have a page that you really care about the outcome and you get a wee bit angsty about it. It wasn't like that. I didn't feel like that. I thought, well, we'll do this one as a challenge, so there's a bit of a guideline of something, some parameters to work within, and I didn't feel any pressure, but oh, it was painful. So I'm sorry you're witness to my pain, but anyway, this is real life scrapbooking. So this these thickers, really need to get some more thickers, and I'm hesitant to say I really need to get any more of anything because I have ample supply, but I don't buy thickers that much because they're really expensive here. But I was finding that the ones I really liked, I've pretty much used them all, which is a good thing to have used them all. And now I'm kind of trying to use up other ones that I'm not too fond of. So I need to get a few that I still really like, I think. These ones, cursive ones, I have trouble with. I mean, I don't mind cutting bits off to make them link and things like that, but I have trouble with making them look right. So I actually do get my ruler out. I think I get 2 rulers out, that's how serious the situation is. When I feel like things aren't going right and I'm having trouble with a page like I was with this page, then I kind of start to overthink it. And overthinking's not my friend. So I'm probably off looking for a ruler. Normally I'm a wee bit more conscious of the fact that the camera's on and that I shouldn't wander off for too long. But as I said, I'm not I'm not really in the groove of producing at the moment. And I think I'm getting a wee bit cross because I know my ruler was right there. And you know, when you know something's right there, that's immediately when it disappears. But I can't even tell you which thickers these are. I didn't write that down at all. But they're foam. I think they might be Dear Lizzie. I can't remember. I do want to get some more of the Dear Lizzie ones. You know, the chipboard ones that had those wee, that kind of had they're old. They're quite old. They had kind of a vague newsprint on them, and then they had kind of thick crystals, clear crystals. I love those. And I do like the print shop. You see, I couldn't find my ruler, so I've got a stand-in ruler, which isn't cutting it at all. The print shop ones that are grey chipboard with the kind of whitewash on them, I like them a lot. I like most of the Amy Tan ones, like the Goodness font. So I need to do a wee bit of an inventory and then make an executive decision about that. I do have a few, I got the most, well, maybe from Notes and Things. Did they have gold glitter? Because I got those, and I've got those big gold glittery words. I like those a lot. But I haven't bought any basics. And when I mean basics, I don't mean black and white. I mean mainly the Amy Chan ones. When I say basic, I kind of mean the font, like easy to read, usually chipboard. Although the chipboard ones, they're not as they're no good for sticking, whereas the foam ones are usually pretty good. So I know at some point I cut some of this out, and I hope it's enough, because really it's not riveting. And my camera angle was a bit interesting, so I couldn't tell if my photo was crooked or not, and I'm like, oh my gosh, seriously? And then I was thinking maybe I should just take a picture and not share the process. But I was like, wow, I haven't shared a process in ages. I need to get back in the habit. So sorry guys if I've got some growing pains here, because it really is not that easy to get back in the habit. So yeah, I cut the wee foam bits off just to make it sit a wee bit nicer up against each other and not have the extra bit, you know, sticking up or anything. So it is a really simple page, but still, I still like it because it's kind of in character with what my auntie's like, you know, and I think that's kind of nice. I do like sequins. I'm trying to think why I don't have many. I know that I was kind of thinking that possibly they would be a bit of a, you know, super trend, and then I'd have a whole heap. Which, goodness knows, I've done that with most other things, like ribbons and eyelets and all those things. So why wouldn't I do it with sequins? But I actually use them quite a lot, so it's kind of funny, really. The one thing I chose not to collect a million of, I actually use a lot. Maybe there's something in that. Maybe there's something in only having what you need. Life lesson, people. But yeah. Okay, I think this is the bit I thought I cut out. And I've kept the wrong bit. That is really funny if I have. Maybe not. So originally I had put that bow kind of, other bows kind of with the sequins in the middle. Then when I shipped the sequins off, I completely forgot about that. So they didn't get put back there at all. I just put them next to the rear. But that's okay. I did toy with the idea of putting a frame around the photos. And now the only reason I wish I had is because I had so much trouble deciding whether or not it was straight, because all the papers aren't straight. But then I decided that the photo kind of did stand out enough because it was so dark. Again, I'm having trouble with my glue. So now I'm resorting to using my paper piercer to put the glue on. Okay guys, here I realised that part of my video is missing, and it's going to finish abruptly. So I'm just going to fill you in that I did a wee bit of stamping, 3 wee stamps in Juniper by Close to My Heart ink, and I added a wee flower in the top right that's made of 3 wee vellum pieces with some sequins in the middle, and I've added a still at the end so you get the general overall view. Thanks so much for watching. If you're stuck with me, God bless you, and have a beautiful day. Thanks. I'll see you next time. Bye.